Hi everyone, I'm Amy Johnson-Crow, coming at you live on this Wednesday evening. This is Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. Just popping in here on Facebook Live to talk a little bit about something that just happened with Ancestry.com. And that is a change to what is called their terms and conditions. Basically, it's the agreement that Ancestry enters into with all of its users. Now, we've all seen terms and conditions on any number of websites, software, just about anything that you have has some sort of terms and conditions associated with it, right? But it's the agreement that that website or whatever has with the users. And Ancestry.com just changed theirs. You might be thinking, well, Amy, what's the big deal? Well, it is kind of a big deal when you get down into the nitty-gritty of it. And Judy Russell, I have to give a big shout out to Judy Russell, the legal genealogist, who really kind of sounded the, I don't want to say sounded the alarm, but she kind of sounded the alarm on this one and spelled out for us what it means in these latest changes that Ancestry has made to their terms and conditions. Judy's blog post from earlier today, her blog post called One Big Change at Ancestry. And she talks a little bit about what terms and conditions are and how that's different than copyright. Okay, we're not talking about copyright, we're talking about contract. Okay, again, it's what the website and the user agree that what each of their roles are, what they can and cannot do. Okay, so let me scroll down a little bit. And Judy did a great job of showing the differences, what the update is, because on Ancestry's website, they don't actually spell out the changes. But Judy has done that for us. So what they have done, and as she says this, she is the one who added the emphasis to this. As of now, again, this is August 4th, 2021, by submitting, let's get my cursor there, by submitting user-provided content, and that's content that you and I as Ancestry users are uploading to Ancestry, by submitting user-provided content through any of the services, so that would be Ancestry, Find a Grave, Fold3, and whatever other websites or services Ancestry might have, you grant Ancestry a perpetual, sub-licensable, worldwide, non-revocable, royalty-free license to host, store, copy, publish, distribute, provide access to, create derivative works of, and otherwise use such user-provided content to the extent and in the form or context as we deem appropriate on or through any media or medium with any technology or devices now known or hereafter developed or discovered. Okay? This includes the right for Ancestry to copy, display, and index your user-provided content. Ancestry owns the indexes it creates. Okay? So as Judy points out, there are a couple of really big changes to here. The addition of the words perpetual and non-revocable. As Judy says, meaning forever and ever, amen, no changing your mind. Okay? And also, they took something out. The previous terms and conditions stated that Ancestry would have the right to continue to use the user-provided content even if you stop using the services, but only as necessary for us to provide and improve the services. They've deleted that sentence. Basically, as Judy says here, I'm going to scroll up so you can see this more clearly. Judy says right here, quote, in plain English, the rights to use that family photo you posted, that story you wrote and uploaded, That snippet of family history you've shared basically now belongs to Ancestry. You can continue to use it elsewhere if you wish, since you're still technically the owner, but you can't do anything to stop Ancestry from using it in any way it wants forever, unquote. I have some thoughts about this, as you might imagine. I am all for sharing with other researchers. I am totally fine giving copies of photos that I have to other people who are researching my ancestors. Okay? That's one of the great things about genealogy. You know, we make these connections to each other through the past. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing, right? What I have a problem with is paying a service hundreds of dollars a year, and then that service claims a perpetual non-revocable license on content that I have uploaded to that service that I have paid for. To be clear, it's not, Ancestry isn't saying that they're using this content just to give content to other Ancestry users. That's not what the terms and conditions says. It says that they can use it however they want to. And my understanding of using something however you want to, when you have a perpetual non-revocable license, that would mean that Ancestry could use the images, the stories, the videos, the audio that we have uploaded. They could use that in marketing. They could use that on social media. For all we know, they could turn around and sell it. That's what I have a problem with. That's what I have, honestly, a really big problem with. That's why I wanted to go live on here tonight, because this is actually time sensitive. Because I see some people asking in the comments here, you know, is this already a done deal? Well, somebody asked that on Judy's blog post. And let me get down to it, because Judy says there is a provision in the terms that says changes to this section. Ancestry will provide 30 days notice of any changes affecting the substance of this section by posting notice of modifications to the terms on the services, sending you a message, or otherwise notifying you when you are logged into your account. Amendments will become effective 30 days after they are posted on the services or sent to you. This notice is already on Ancestry.com, and I had actually received an email about this. It was either late last night or early today. But if you go to Ancestry.com and you're logged in, you should see this notice up here at the top. Okay. So from Judy's reading of this, and I agree with Judy, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not pretending to be one. Okay. But the way I'm reading it as well is that we do have 30 days from August 3rd. So that would have been yesterday. So I know what I'm going to be spending some time over the next few days doing. I'm deleting all of my images from Ancestry, because I do not agree with a multinational for-profit corporation that we're all paying for to turn around and claim a perpetual non-revocable license to images and other material that I have uploaded. I think that is basically wrong. Again, if you're related to me, I am more than happy to share photos that I might have. Happy to do it, thrilled to do it. I'm not giving Ancestry a perpetual license to it. So what I want to do real quick You're probably saying, too late, Amy. What I want to do real quick is show you, if you want to remove your images and other material like that from Ancestry, here's how you can do it. It's actually pretty simple. So here is the profile page for one of my great-grandfathers, John Ramsey. And as you can tell, I've got John's photo up here, have it set as his profile picture. It's pictures like this I don't want Ancestry using in their marketing or turning around and selling to somebody. Okay, no. So how can I do this? How can I delete this image from Ancestry? So I'm going to click here on Gallery. And if you're doing this, what you want to do first is over here on the left where it says Show, click on that arrow and make sure that it's selected as All, because that way you're seeing photos and stories and audio and video that you've uploaded. You're not just seeing one type of thing that you might have uploaded. So just make sure first that your media type is checked as All, okay? So then I can see here all of the images that I have attached to this person, to my great-grandfather, on his profile in my tree. So I have his picture, and then there are several federal census records. Those all came from Ancestry. Okay, in fact, I can't get rid of those. Those are just records that, as I've been researching on Ancestry, I attached to the tree. Those stay there. Okay. But this photo here is a photo that I have a copy of. I'm the one who uploaded this. This is the one I want gone. So when I hover my mouse over it, I can see that there's a little trash can icon down here. I can click on that, and it gives me two options. The first option is Remove from Gallery. All that does is breaks that connection between this image and this profile. The image is still there, it's just not attached to this person. Okay, that's not what I want in this case. In this case, I want to take the step to delete from tree. I want this image gone. Okay, so I can click delete from tree, boom, it's gone. Okay, so like I said, just make sure before you do that, that you do click on this show and make sure that you have all media types selected. And if it's done it correctly, and it might take Ancestry a while to go through the cache, but that profile picture should eventually disappear. Let me just do a quick refresh and see how quick they are. And it's already gone. When you are in the tree that you're working on, go up here to the upper left and you'll see the name of the tree. In my case, this one is Big Tree. This is where I put everybody. So I can go into Big Tree and then I can select Media Gallery. Thank you, Elizabeth. And I can see all media. I can just go at photos if I have any stories or audio or video. And then you can go through it. Let's see, if you click on that, does it let you delete it? Yes. So if you are in that media gallery, again, from that tree, you can click on that, and then over here, choose delete, and then click remove to permanently remove this photo from your tree. Okay, so that's, again, that's how you do that, is when you are on, when you're in a specific tree, just click on the tree name and then go down here to Media Gallery. And that's how you can get into everything that you've uploaded. Now, what about those instances when, like, I have that picture of John Ramsey and I am happy to share it with people? A couple things you can do. If you have a blog, maybe you blog about that ancestor and you put that picture up on your blog. If you do that, what you can do is over here on this profile page, click on Facts and scroll down to where it says Add a Web Link. What you can do when you click that, a little menu pops up, and you could copy and paste the URL for that blog post right here, and then you could, give the title of that blog post, biography of John Ramsey with photo, and then just click Add. And then when you do that, it will show up down here. Another thing you could do is you could make, and I kind of feel bad about suggesting this because I have advocated for years for people to not put their own created graphics as a profile picture, but desperate times call for desperate measures. What you could do is make an image that says, I have a photo of this person, contact me, and upload it. You could do that. Again, that is something that I have advocated against for years. But it is a way that you could still try to make connections with those cousins if you don't have a way to host that image someplace else and provide a link to it. So that's a way you could do that. Yeah, and Pamela, this is an issue. She says numerous people have taken screenshots of my photos and added them to Ancestry as if they were their own. One thing you can do, Pamela, is if you have the copyright to that photo, is you can still, because again, we're talking terms and conditions, we're not talking copyright. Those are two different things. So if you have the copyright for that photo or whatever it was that you uploaded that somebody took a screenshot of and they're posting it, you can still contact Ancestry and inform them of that copyright violation. They still have to take that down because that person did not have the right to do that. That would have been in violation of your copyright. Very good question here, Chris. What if our trees are private? Do they still have rights? There is nothing in the terms and conditions as they are written now that excludes private trees. There's nothing in there that excludes living people. So if you have a tree and you have uploaded pictures of your parents or anybody else in your tree who happens to still be living, there's nothing in the terms and conditions that excludes those images or excludes that material from this provision. Same with private trees. A private tree would still keep it private from other Ancestry users, but that material would not be withheld from Ancestry using it, if that makes sense. Can we put a copyright date and name? Sure. I mean, if you're talking about, watermarking your images, sure. But realize that Ancestry could still use them because by agreeing to the terms and conditions, you are granting them this perpetual non-revocable license. You still have the copyright, but you've given Ancestry basically carte blanche to do whatever they want with it in perpetuity. As Judy Russell said, forever and ever, amen. I meant for this to just be a quick tutorial on how to remove images from Ancestry if you wanted to. But I think it does show that we need to be vigilant. We need to be careful. Like I said, I am thrilled to share photos and stories and records and research that I've done. I am thrilled to share that with other researchers. I mean, that's how we all make progress, right? You know, even if you're doing research by yourself, you're working with others because others have made things available that you're using, right? And I think that this is certainly a personal decision for everyone, but I think we all need to be informed. You know, how can you make an informed decision if you're not informed? And that's really what my goal is with this tonight, is to let you know about this change. And if you're not comfortable with paying money to a service, in this case, Ancestry, if you're not comfortable paying money to a service, uploading content to that service with the thought that uploading it would help others, to make connections, to help further your own research, but then having that service say, oh, yeah, we realize that you're paying us hundreds of dollars a year, but all of that content that you've uploaded, we're going to now claim a perpetual, non-revocable license to it to do with that content however we want. I'm happy to share with other researchers. I'm not happy to share with a for-profit corporation that I pay subscription money to every year, them claiming a perpetual license to use it however they want. That's not why I upload. That's not why it's there. Again, if you want to keep your images and your material there, that's fine. That's awesome. That's your decision. That's your decision. I just want to make sure that you're making your decision. All right. Thank you all for joining me. And if you're watching this live or watching the replay, I sure do appreciate you watching. If you don't already like my Facebook page here, please feel free to give that a like. I try to share good genealogy tips and tricks to help people make more discoveries in their family history. Again, I'm Amy Johnson Crow. Thank you all, and good night.